The world is a nasty place. It's no secret, but for the man who works without any purpose or guidance, this world is truly hell. For young men, especially if you are in your teens or 20s, building up a moral code and a set of principles that you abide by is crucial if you want to not only survive but thrive as a man. The first thing you should note is that over the coming years, you and your whole group of friends will evolve. So when it comes to selecting new friends, try prioritizing the similarity of values over social vibes. Don't feel insecure about peers who exceed you in your career. We each work at our own pace. Don't be forced into taking up something that you don't like. For example, when I was in high school, my friends were working as cashiers and already making money. But I knew from an early stage that this was something I did not want to do. I didn't want to work for someone I didn't like and do a job I hated for my whole life to finally retire in my 60s. Instead, I dedicated that time to learning the art of starting a business. I didn't let others force me into taking up work because I knew what I was doing now would put me ahead of the curve in another 3 years. By doing what you love, it's inevitable that you will lose friends who don't deserve you. This also means that you will meet those who will help you drift further. As a youngling, if you want people to see you mature, practice manners. In this world, having manners is seen as something that is not cool because of all the junk we are fed through TV shows and movies. But if you want to see yourself escape from toxic relationships and build healthy ones not only in dating but also in business settings, then learn to treat others with respect and act with humility with them. Once again, back to my business story. Learn how to start saving and investing. Don't wait until you have more money. Begin to learn the art of investing and slowly begin to build up your portfolio. You'll thank yourself later. Push yourself to the limit, but don't be too hard. We always say this on the channel. Whether it be semen retention or learning a new skill, your mind and body must build up to it slowly, just like progressive overload in the gym. Find a great mentor in your mid to late 20s and 30s, someone who holds themselves accountable for your progress but never takes credit for it. This is also the time when some young men begin to believe that they have no luck with women. But remember, dating will become easier for men in their late 20s and 30s. That correct? When you put in the work now and start building a better body with a stacked wallet, you will be among the top 1% of men by the time you are 30. Why? Because the men you now envy for having great luck with women will most likely become lazy, start hanging out at the pubs to satisfy their fantasies, and forget their purpose altogether. This is the time when all eyes will be on you. If you want to find your passion, get busy trying anything. Inspiration for passion comes from being busy working at something. Don't rush to be taken seriously as an adult. By the time you are an adult, you'll miss the freedom you had in your early 20s. Take risks and never say no to opportunities, as now you can look at the world differently. Maximize this lack of responsibility. Be kind, humble, and decent to others and yourself. Listen more, talk less, and work hard. As a rule of thumb, don't be a lowlife. And don't hang out with them. It's easy to mix ego with confidence. Remember, boys, these young days of your life will dictate the rest of your life. What you sow now, you will reap later, because the habits you are building now will become so deeply engraved in your mind that they will be hard to remove in the future. So if you decide to take up drinking and smoking as habits, what happens? That's correct. Your mind rewires to suit these habits. But if you take up better habits, such as reading or listening to audiobooks for at least 1 hour per day, you are bound to see amazing results in the future. This is the most crucial time of your life. Every uncomfortable situation you avoid is a chance to experience new things. And you will regret these little things later in life. So involve yourself in everything happening around you. Never back out just because you think you're bad at it. You'll be surprised at how good you are at things that you dislike. Focus on being mentally and physically fit. You won't believe how much time and money you'll save in the long run. This decade will also bring many confrontations for you and your loved ones. Never let things ruin your mental peace. Listen to your dad. Now is when you'll learn many essential life lessons from your father. You will discover that they're not as great as you once thought. But you have to accept that they're humans. You'll develop a view that will stay with you for the rest of your life. Make meditation a habit by practicing it. In particular, begin to pray. Because remember, a man is only as good as the one he looks up to. If you look to God Almighty for guidance, you are bound to see victory in all areas of your life. You'll encounter a lot of distractions, too. There will be people who will promise the world a better you, so watch out for betrayal and accept that you're on your own. One thing I have noticed over the years is how men completely ruin their lives in the so-called pursuit of their passion. Even though finding and working on your passion is good, but you can easily get lost while figuring out what you really want. And then you're 28 years old and have no direction in life. For example, some people go to university, then switch courses in the middle. Then switch again from one working method to the next. Or try out one business and don't let it grow to full success before immediately jumping on to the next target. This is what you call the shiny gold syndrome. Don't be fooled by it. This is a time to watch what you say to others. If you say a lot, you won't be respected. But if you ignore everything, it's even worse. You won't understand and will feel like an outsider. Your words will come back to haunt you. And your worth will be determined by how many people you know and how active you are in your circle. Because remember, it's not what you know, but who you know. This is why your reputation will be everything you protect with your life, and you will set clear boundaries with friends, family, and lovers. Talking to a therapist might help. I know there are a lot of stigmas related to mental illness, but your mental health is as important as your physical health. At this stage, you may tend to disregard how big depression can be for some people. It can stem from a lot of things. It often comes with the onset of insecurities born from our negative life experiences. If talking to a licensed therapist is scary for you, try reaching out to a close relative. Talking about traumas and insecurities can be highly uncomfortable, so prepare yourself mentally and find a good listener. Ideally, avoid sharing your dark secrets with your girl. Instead, talk to a masculine figure who can provide simple and direct solutions. In times when you find yourself worried and not grounded, ask yourself this question: is this situation in my control? If yes, then you don't need to be worried, and if the answer is no, then again, you don't need to be worried. Because the situation is not under your control. This is what you call having a stoic mindset. You cannot control life, but you can control your reaction to it. Once you control your reaction, you begin to control your life. And the situations themselves? By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. Until next time.